So I wanna read you some quotes I have on my fucking notes app. I think that would be interesting. So uh, recently I updated it. Now I have 78 on them. Like I think we as a society we know how powerful quotes are, but we don't really actually pay attention to what they mean and if we can apply them into our lives. So my first one is, if you wish to be loved, love. You know, I wrote this one down. I don't think I ever took any advice from it. I'm not a very uh, let's say, forgiveful or a nice person. Not in real life, but in social media ruins me, man. I say stuff that I should not be saying. Next, we have, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Another one that I did not take any advice from. Well, I did, but it's very hard to apply it, I think. Bro, this camera actually sucks, but it's a laptop default, so I can't do anything about that. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. Yeah, this one I live by. I don't remember when I started to write these down, but listen, this is one of those lessons that every young man has to learn at some point. It's like, if you don't go through struggles and if you don't uh, accept them as, well, whether they're a part of you, or if something along those lines, you're just gonna be fucked. You cannot prove your worth to anyone else. You cannot prove it to yourself. You just kind of exist, and you never end up achieving nothing, even if it's just a personal thing. You just never end up doing anything. So there's that. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Look, life sucks. Life is good, but life also sucks. And sometimes you don't need to expect yourself to perform well, and you don't need to feel shame for, you know, complaining about something. I keep hearing people say like, "Oh, but there's kids in Africa who don't have the water, or these wars going on, so I have no right to complain." No, you do. Yours and theirs life situations are different. Therefore, you're gonna have different complaints. Now, are you just gonna sit there and complain all day and not go through it? That's a whole different conversation. But in general, you can complain. So saying that sometimes even to live is an act of courage is true is because, look, life beats ass for every single one of us. So sometimes you just need to survive, whether it's actual survival or if it's just hard. Uh, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. This is John 6, uh, chapter 16, verse 33. If you have seen any of my other videos, you know that, well, I strive to be a Christian, and even though I suck, even though I have this whole thing right here, there are days when I don't even open it. So let alone the sinning and the bad habits. Uh, this one is just real. It it shows that no matter how things are, God is above all of the struggles. So if you take heart and put your faith in God, it's gonna be fine. Seek not that events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will go on well. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. This one is one of the hardest quotes ever, bro. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I think I have a video on it. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter what your genetics are, it doesn't matter who your parents are, it doesn't matter where you are from, it doesn't matter what was your childhood like, it doesn't matter your age. At the end of the day, your own mindset can make or break your situation, and that turns into making or breaking your life. It's all about perspective, it's all about faith, it's all about consistency, it's all about those things. If you're going to do something and you think that you cannot do it, just don't do it. No man is free who is not master of himself. Another quote that is very well known. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there is a point in life where you actually become that master of yourself, but I think you can get pretty damn close. Ooh, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Self-explanatory again. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Another self-explanatory one. Uh, this is something we gotta think about when we discuss good and evil, and especially our own actions. I should do that with my own actions. Literally, I don't know what to fucking tell you. What the fuck is this? Dude, I have lived 19 plus years. I still haven't figured out my thing with this. I don't know what to fucking do. I don't. Let's just move on. Um, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. This is John chapter 15, verse 13. Dude, if someone's gonna die for you, you better live and you better try to fucking do the best that you can. I mean, Jesus already did that, so You know, don't waste your time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This one's tough because yeah, it's like obviously you want to stand by this quote, and yet how hard is it to actually live like that? There's always something everyone in you that you just want to tell someone, or to like how to be and how not to be. And sure, some situations call for that, and they do make sense, but it can get to a point very quickly where it's like, dude, just don't bother. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. This is the topic of ignorance. If you think you know why God did the things that he did, and why, you are actually right because you have knowledge on a certain topic, and if you think that that logically you are correct, very often you are wrong. And so you cannot really polish that knowledge because you already think you know everything. um let's scroll a bit further, and I want some more recent ones. Let's see. It always seems impossible until it's done. My ego wants to say something, but I don't think I'll allow it. I'm just gonna say that people are gonna say that some things are impossible. People are gonna say that some things are not meant to be, that they're not meant for you. But how would they know? Like, right? It's always unlikely. It's always impossible. It's always luck. When someone fucking does it, they lose their shit. Let's see. Mm, you are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. This one's nice. Let's see. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I posted this quote on TikTok and Instagram as a video. Someone commented that, like, no, I don't expect people to understand this, but it's absolutely true. Ooh, let me hit you with this. First, they came for the holy fuck, holy stutter. First, they came for the immigrants, and I did not speak out because I was not an immigrant. Then they came for the religious, and I did not speak out because I was not religious. Next, they came for the opposing politicals, and I did not speak for I was not political. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. This is why isolation is sometimes so dangerous. It's like if you get in, look, if someone is in trouble, if multiple people are in trouble, or like if you have an option to defend them or do something about something, right? And you choose to not, yeah, you're technically choosing your own peace, your own life, which is kind of selfish in that situation. But eventually, the trouble is going to reach you, and since you did nothing for nobody else, why would anybody else do anything for you? And you might sit there and say, well, yeah, I knew that when I chose to not do anything for others. You're coping. Just fucking stop being so selfish. All right. At least consider things. God damn. At least consider things. This video is already 16 and a half and that's long. Let's wrap it up with uh let's get something recent again. Not all those who wander are lost. When was the last time you went into a forest or something and you walked away from the main path, right? You, you just decided to walk off to the side. If you walk off to the side of the path, are you lost? I mean, you wandered off, sure, but are you lost? You might become lost, but people who take paths also get lost, right? So if you're trying to find something, to look for something, to like see something, to try something, and you don't really know what you're doing, at the end of the day, you might just be trying things out. You don't need to think like I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm cooked. No. Maybe you are lost, but say I might be lost, but I might learn something out of this. I might find something. I might find myself through this. These are some of my 78 quotes. Um, Let me know if you fuck with them in the comments. Let me know if you want a part two because I did skip a lot. Um, yeah, a lot of these are mainstream, very heard, but it's a fucking quote. Who cares if it's mainstream or not? Uh, yeah, I'll see y'all next time.